May I add something?
Sure.
The scarcest resource for companies that live on projects, that make their money with projects, contractor companies, the scarcest resource is management attention. If you have management attention, I cannot guarantee you that you will have people and money and equipment and everything available. But if you don't have management attention, all the other resources will be scarce as well. So that's a very important resource, and it is limited. As an asset, it's very limited. So other companies as customers would have meant that management has to pay attention to them. I didn't have the time, the energy. They couldn't do that. They were so consumed by their existing business that they couldn't build this up.
I think this is something that not only companies feel, but I think individuals feel this. If I were to summarize the first 7 days of the year, of this year, I would say, I have so much in the pipeline, so many things that I have to worry about, so many things that I have passion for that I want to develop and want to work on, but I could theoretically work for the next 3-4 months nonstop, 12, 14 hours a day and not make a penny. Because there's so much that needs to be done, and I think companies are in that dilemma as well, as where to focus. I think they have a lot of them are mission and vision driven, but on the other side they have to look out for the cash flow. So that's the strong economic. But I do want to mention the political from a neutral perspective. I think what we can all agree on, without evaluating good or bad what the political situation is, I think there's going to be a big shift in the system.
Absolutely.
The more established or normed political parties have taken a serious beating because the population feels uncertainty also in their own private pocket, and they're looking for distinct leadership, and they didn't find it. So the hope of the voters out there is to give their vote to a party that has to do something different, okay? And whether we want to evaluate that as being good different or bad different is secondary. It's going to have an impact on your economical situation, because anything that changes the norm of behavior, the decorum, requires a new sense of awareness. How am I going to get paid, in what intervals? I'll give you an example as well. I was in Nigeria on a UNIDO project many years ago. I was the number 2. I was following the lead of a program manager there, and we were full throttle going ahead on a project portfolio that the Nigerian government had commissioned. And then it was an election, and for like 3 months, it was a full stop. We were basically sitting in office. We didn't even have electricity in our offices because, I don't know, somehow electricity and finding out who's in charge has an impact, right? So these are all things that we're going to have to, in the peripheral view of doing business, is an additional thing that we're going to have to be aware of.